right. Let's
Go
watch this
Tigers.
godforsaken show.
Potatoes and sex favors.
I can't help rolling with that one. All right. Let me know if it comes through all right on my end. Hopefully it does.
Are they using a real set?
No.
Probably not.
Are there?
No. For some of it, yes. For other parts, no.
I hate that dude.
Fucking hate Grogu so much.
Bernie Weaver. She's an Avatar 2. And 3. And 1. We have to put the Grogu cute thing in there in the beginning.
Keep in mind, that little motherfucker is like 50 years old, still can't speak.
Why are they showing so many shots of Grogu for?
Pause it.
Impressive.
Why are they showing so many shots of Grogu? Because he's the only reason this show succeeded at all.
Yep.
A bunch of wine moms thought that Grogu was cute and bought all the merch. That's the only reason The Mandalorian succeeded.
Exactly. And it would have succeeded otherwise. Probably in the same vein as Andor, if it would just stuck around him.
Parts of it are.
There's parts of it that are good, but go ahead and argue with me that season 3 is good. Because no, hold on. Let me finish. Season 1's the only really good season. Season 2, sorry, Wonderless, I'm going to radicalize you against Star Wars for a second. As a massive Star Wars fan, when you go back and you look at The Mandalorian, what do you really enjoy about it? Think to yourself. Actually, hold on. Roman, full screen me.
Okay.
I'm going to talk directly to Wonderless right now.
I got share screen. Hold on.
So
there's just a button on his icon. You click the
very
screen
similar.
button on his icon and you make him full screen.
It's
We can still talk.
very simple. Yeah, it's
like that.
Okay. So Wonderless, I'm speaking to you directly right now, my friend. What do you genuinely go back and think about when it comes to The Mandalorian or any Disney Star Wars show? Because I felt the very same way. I felt as though that I very much enjoyed The Mandalorian. That I thought The Mandalorian was a great show. I thought it was the best thing Disney's ever done. But guess what? I had also been fed slop by Disney Star Wars for the past 6 years. So when you're fed slop in a desert, when someone gives you a drop of water, it feels phenomenal. So it did. It felt phenomenal. But my question being is, season 1, had a place to go. Was really good. Season 2, every other episode has a cameo from somebody else, from something else that is older Star Wars in order to bring up the idea of the Mandalorian and make him better and make Grogu's story more interesting. Because once you add Ahsoka in, once you add in Bo-Katan, once you add in all these other characters or even other planets, and you start to do all these other things like Boba Fett, Fennec Shand, all these other things, makes the show a lot more interesting. But what's getting people to watch it is the fact that there is a cute little baby. He is the Trojan horse for girlfriends and wine moms everywhere in order for men to get their wife into Star Wars. That is what it is. And it worked. And it got normies into it too. People that never gave a shit about Star Wars. The people that used to bully us for loving Star Wars. It got them into it. They don't understand the fact that the sequel trilogy completely ruined what we grew up with. They don't get that. They're just here for the little green dude. Who they still, to this day, as fans of Star Wars, who have watched Star Wars, still continuously call him Baby Yoda, whereas fans that hate him call him Grogu. Because we know the fucking lore. Even if we hate it. My point being is that Season 3 is ass for the sole fucking reason that if you don't do homework and read and fucking watch the DLC, which is Book of Boba Fett, it makes no sense. You do not have a congruent show. You cannot watch Mando Season 1, 2, and 3 congruently. You have to watch the Book of Boba Fett in between, which is also bad in its own right, and that's a completely different conversation as to how they bastardized Boba Fett as a character. But you cannot watch Mandalorian Season 1 and 2 and then go into 3 and understand why the fuck Grogu's there. It doesn't make sense. Because Disney Plus, they do this with Marvel as well, is DLC. The only fucking purpose for Disney Plus is to be DLC. Bring the panel back on.
My man was spit in. That actually might get its own clip. Rolo's monologue. That actually might get like its own clip. In fact, I think it will. All right, let's watch more.
Okay, really quick question.
Leave it like that.
So say you are an Imperial trying to transport something through a dangerous area. Why the fuck would you use AT-ATs on a mountain path instead of just a normal fucking cruiser to transport something?
Yes! This is fucking
You have
stupid.
shit. You have interstellar ships. You can move whatever banal object you have from one side of the planet to the other very easily.
All right, so here's the only argument against that, is that they're trying to be covert. Okay, you're trying to be covert. You don't want, because the Empire is now...
The Empire hid an entire fucking fleet from the rebels.
You're correct. I understand this, but I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
I don't want your fucking devil's advocate. Stick it up your ass.
I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, their argument is going to be, well, we were trying to sneak it up there, not fly over, because there's probably some rebel base that's going to be looking out for Imperial ships or Imperial whatever. Doesn't fucking matter. Regardless, what's most retarded about that scene is the fact that the other fucking AT-ATs don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they
that
keep
the other
going.
one just got fucked up. They just keep walking.
Ronnie's got a point, though. Did you guys...
The AT-ATs are the ones from Rebels and not Empire Strikes Back? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And
I didn't catch it at first, but now that you said that, yeah.
So Zeb Orrelios is also in this trailer. And if you go back to where he's fighting in the hallway scene, he is also in there. He's doing the flip in the hallway where he slices down at somebody. That's Zeb from Rebels. I think it was right there, actually. Yep, right there.
Oh, that's Zeb?
Yeah, that's Zeb.
Is he gonna be played by Steve? Is he gonna be played
and
by
that
Steve
is not a that right there. Hold on, pause it. That was Rama the Hutt.
Yeah, that was from that's for those of you that don't know, that is Stinky from the Clone Wars movie.
Yep. So this is going to be basically the same story. This was leaked for Mandalorian season 4 back 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
Uh,
Yeah,
no, it was
2023, right? Was
yeah,
Mando season 3?
yeah,
Yep.
because
We did.
we
We covered the
we
leaks.
covered we covered the leak. Yeah,
Yeah, we covered the
yeah.
leak for Mando season 4. And this is Mando season 4. So Embo, who is a great bounty hunter and is fucking awesome, is most likely going to be ruined in this the same way that Cad Bane was ruined in Book of Boba Fett. But Enbo apparently is all of a sudden going against the Hut clans, even though he's always worked for the Hut clans.
Is
And now
Cad
he's
Bane
trying to kill.
still
Now he's
lying
trying to
dead?
kill. Hold on, let me finish. Now he's trying to kill Rada the Hutt. And it's basically going to be the exact same story that Dave Filoni told the first time with the Clone Wars movie, where Ahsoka and Anakin had to protect Rada the Hutt, but in this time it's going to be the Rebels and Mando and Grogu protecting Rada the Hutt against Embo and like other Hutt clans, maybe, or the cousins, which were probably the cousins that were introduced in Book of Boba Fett. I bet you. It's just it's fucking it's boring. If you get that reference, it's boring. Like, you're doing the same thing over again. And if you're gonna do this, this trailer looks like the trailer I would get for a Disney Plus show. This does not give me movie vibes. If you look at the Force Unleashed not Force Unleashed, the Force Awakens trailer compared to this, they don't look the same. This looks like a Disney Plus show. The Force Awakens looks like a movie. That's the difference. This does not look like a Star Wars movie trailer. If I showed this to somebody and said, "Oh, this is the Mandalorian season 4 trailer."
I mean, that's
You would
basically
think nothing of it. You'd be like, "Yes, of course it is." And then if I went at
it's,
the end of it, "No, this is actually for a movie." You'd be like, "Oh, okay." This looks
just
like a TV show. This does not look like a movie. This does not look like they put the work into it to make it a movie. This does not look movie fucking quality. Sorry. It doesn't. This is as safe gets. Okay,
I
what
also
is the only thing right now that Star Wars fans don't hate? A guy killing shit. So let's just have a trailer of a guy killing shit, and his girlfriend's gonna bust a nut when she sees the little green fuck. So that's what they made this trailer. A guy killing shit and the little green fuck. But there's no story. There's no nothing. I don't give a fuck about this. Except for the fact that it's going to make our YouTube channel money. That's it. You're talking to the biggest Star Wars fan here. I don't care about this. Roman, you want to talk about apathy earlier. I don't care about this other than the fact that you are continuing to ruin Star Wars, which is why I have the time in my day to sit there and take notes and write a fucking script so that we can talk about it. This does not look like a movie.
I'll be right back,
This
gentlemen.
trailer does not look like a movie. Sorry.
I wanted to point out earlier that is so is Cad Bane's like still just like lying in like the desert somewhere? Like
Yeah, but the
are
same way that Jon Snow is just lying in the snow at Castle Black in the fucking books.
I know, but I'm just saying that cannot be the end for Cad Bane. That would suck if like, we never get anything with him. You would think the Tales of the Underworld would have done something with that.
Yeah,
But
you would
they
have. You would have thought that. Yes. One would have thought that.
You would have thought that like they would have like hashed that out, maybe shown, oh yeah, he's not dead. Like, why leave it so like
The fact that he
inconspicuous?
was
Always
working with the Pike Syndicate on its own was stupid. He
mm-hmm,
detests working for syndicates.
mm-hmm.
He's not the type of character that likes that. Like, Dave Filoni did this fucking thing where he was like, all of the characters that I've created are all just going to not act like themselves anymore. Now, like, that's his way of character development. His character development isn't gradual. His character development is you're in one show and you act this way, and now you're in this show and you act completely different.
Yeah.
Like, look at Ahsoka, look at Sabine, look at Hera, look at everybody from the Ahsoka show. None of them act like they do from Clone Wars or Rebels. And they're supposed to be friends, and you have Sabine and Ahsoka just fucking yelling at each other the entire show.
Yeah, like I would say
what are you doing? You fucking it. That's why Dave Filoni's a fucking hack.
I was gonna say, he's not an OC character, but the only character that Dave has worked on, because he didn't, create him, that relatively stayed the same besides how he dies throughout Clone Wars and then Rebels is Maul. I would say that Maul is like the only one that basically was still like the same character, but he's not a Dave. He's not a Dave Filoni OC. And I don't even know, because to be honest with you guys, I don't care enough to actually dig in to do like the research. I don't know how much of Zuko's arc Dave actually wrote.
Nothing.
But I would say
he wrote one episode and it was Zuko alone.
I would say though that,
which is a great episode. It's a fantastic episode, but it has nothing to do with anything else. Very standalone episode.
I would say though that I think if what you're, and I'm not saying this because like I don't trust you, I just don't know. Like, if what you're saying is right, that he only wrote that one episode, then I mean, to be fair, I never got it to start with, but I really don't get the Filoni glaze, only because while I love Clone Wars, it as a grown up, right? I kind of don't like it. There's still parts of it that I love, but it's not. I don't go to Clone Wars. Like, if I'm gonna watch something from Star Wars, I'll throw on the OT, or I'll throw on like the prequels. I'm not going to the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars
like that's not my first pick.
Exactly. And it's still, everybody agrees. Every Star Wars fan agrees it's not better than Tartakovsky's Clone Wars.
No.
But
I haven't seen anybody say that though. To be fair.
But I agree with you. I just think he's got a hard on for the characters that he created or the characters that he worked on. And like, I guarantee you he jerks himself off to the fact that he was the one who got to decide Maul's fate in the end. That he like brought Maul back just so he could redecide his fate.
Listen, I know that we all like George here, but George made a grave error bringing back Maul. Like,
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
But like I said last time, like I said last week, if he's here, might as well do it well.
Yeah, and I'm saying that like Maul is my favorite character, and now to be fair, Maul's my favorite character because of Clone Wars, because he's fantastic in it. But I love that as a kid. As a grown up, I can fully like understand why Maul being in Clone Wars is wrong. Not like morally wrong or nothing of that nature, but just Maul shouldn't be there is my point of view. But I think also another part of it is that Dave probably thinks that everything that he has worked on is like, fantastic. Like he thinks that because Clone Wars was a success that he that like I'm talking critically here that people like look back on it and like, think of it fondly. He thinks that because people view it as a success that anything that he does is perfect, but it's kind of like rolling to what you said earlier. Like he made Rebels, but then he forgot the characters that he wrote. Like dude, you made all of those characters, including Ahsoka. You made her, but you forget how to make her act. Like you forget how Sabine acts. You forget how Hera acts. Like that's so stupid. That's so dumb. Like, and I think Roland, to your point, that's how he does like character development. But I want
Well,
to
it's
see
not even
Zach.
that, dude. You're correct on what you just said, but he just retcons whatever the fuck he wants to.
But he's retconning his own lore, which is stupid. Like, why? For what purpose? What purpose
Because the
does that
characters
Hey
serve?
are
man, you don't
aligned.
gotta
Retcon
be a
hit.
good writer to be great. I mean,
But yeah,
You don't have to be good to
let's
be
finish this
great.
out by seeing Zeb.
Good shot, baby.
What? Did he talk? He talked?
Yeah, that was fucking what's his name?
Oh. I thought that was
Good shot, baby. That was fucking that's Babu Frick, bro. So if you think they're forgetting about the sequels, suck my balls.
I don't know anybody
By the
who
way, Wonderless, if you are here, you have night status, which means that you are able to join into the watch parties when we do them in the Discord. Wonderless, join the Discord.
Yeah.
mhm.
So there
I
we
saw
go.
that. Cool. That's
At this
awesome.
point, when it comes to Star Wars, like I don't understand how, like, other than just sheer hubris, you can continue down this road.
Yeah, I don't fucking get it. That's what pisses me off. It's like you have Star Wars. Like this is baffling to me. Nobody that I know would be doing what they're doing with it.
Yeah, like probably besides like Warhammer and maybe like Lord of the Rings, you have the most expansive universe to play with. Like,
Right. And dude, our first thought, everybody, when Disney bought Star Wars, our first thought was, oh, of course they're going to do 7, 8, and 9 because all the actors and actresses are the right age. And then after that, they're going to do Old Republic. They're going to go back. That's what everybody thought. That's what the talk was. That's an easy win. You do Revan and Malik, Knights of the Old Republic.
and then we got Scorch and Bad Batch.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
what we got.
Yeah, stop. Now, I never thought I would see a day where the best thing that Disney Star Wars has made has been a 2-season television show about a spin-off character in a spin-off movie with a spin-off plot from the EU.
Season 1 of Visions is all right.
who the character that Disney completely created on their own. I never once assumed in my lifetime that would be better than an Obi-Wan Kenobi or an Ahsoka Tano or a Mandalorian show. Like, that's baffling to me. That the best show is something that has nothing to do with any of the characters we know and have grown up with and have loved. Whereas all the shows that we've grown up with and loved